And as you can see, this is going to be a very hot day. Back to you, Connor. Thanks, Connor. And now for the last story of the night. How great of a writer is Connor Brunsman? Mr. Co-host, what do you think?
I'm glad you asked.
No, he's obviously not the greatest writer of our time. But I can see why you mistake that. He does have his flaws, like his organization skills. Like at the beginning of the year, they were a bit rough and had some work to do. But now they're nice and smooth, like a slab of peanut butter being crushed by a hydraulic press. If we look at his outline, we can see everything leads right into one another. Now, we go to the field with Connor Brunsman for a never-before-seen footage. Hi, Connor. How are you? Good, Connor. Thanks for asking. Now, I'm here with someone who saw Connor Brunsman live write his essay. Would you like to introduce yourself, sir? Very interesting. Now, how would you say Connor used and found his sources? Okay, so you're saying that for each essay, Connor Brunsman took hours looking for the perfect source to find? That's really interesting. I think that he found the perfect sources based on the topic he was writing about. For example, in his research essay, he found a counter-argument that agreed with his points. So, when he was writing his counter-argument, he didn't just disagree with his points and invalidated it, he agreed with his points and made it better. And when he put his sources into his essay, he didn't use too much of it, so this one source wasn't the entire essay. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. It even explains that the sources and the context behind them. Fascinating, isn't it? Back to you, Connor. Thank you, Connor. Very interesting story. Your voice is just so beautiful. Speaking of voice, did you know that Connor Brunsman's voice in his essay is super good? He writes in a way that you can obviously tell that it is him, and no one else is putting something in his essay. If we look at his persuasive essay, we can see that he is very passionate about his topic, but he keeps a formal tone. Although in his essays this year, he makes his tone more towards informal, while keeping it formal. He does this by using simple words and more relaxed sayings, but never makes jokes and respects the readers and their values. What? Running out of time. But I'm not done speaking about Connor Brunsman. Stop talking about myself in the third person. Fine. And the last story for tonight is how great I take suggestions to improve my work. We can see that I take criticism seriously, especially for my writing. For example, during my research paper outline, Ali Schwartz gave me some very good advice, and some things I should add to my essay. But I decided to see if I could use those, and I figured out a way that I could, and I added them. And personally, I think that made my essay even better. And that's all, folks. Tune in tonight for the thrilling debate on whether Connor Brunsman is the hottest man in the world or not. The answer won't surprise you, because it's yes.